before we leave.
So now that we've played a few examples on the horn, before we talk about what we heard, I'd like to talk about the why. Why did JJ Babbitt decide to develop and create the Otto Link LA? That answer is quite simple. We listen to our pool of players. And some of you have suggested things like, you love the tone of the Otto Link, but it's missing something for you, let's say with regards to focus, maybe it's projection, maybe it's edge. And so we took that classic design of the Otto Link Tone Edge or the Otto Link Tone Edge EB, and we added those things that you felt were missing. So that's the overall why. Now let's talk about specifically what we heard. I tried to play a wide variety of styles because that's what the creation of this mouthpiece is all about. Because with some of those styles, projection, focus, and edge is what we need to pull those off authentically. So for me, when I was playing Sunny Side of the Street or Doxy, I was literally trying to get out the inner Dexter Gordon or the inner Sonny Rollins and achieve that 50s and 60s like post-bop era thing. Slight amount of edge to it, but ton of warmth and lower overtone body, to the sound, which is what put Otto Link on the map by having mouthpieces, whether it's the Super Tone Master metal or in the hard rubber like this one. And then like on the Chicken, I decided to push the mouthpiece and really project in that soul R&B kind of vibe. And as I pushed, I got a response of more projection. I got a response of more edge. It got louder, but it was easy to control. Very, very easy to control. Also in that playing example for Uptown Funk, that was actually a Tim Akers arrangement on that with a really cool horn solo in there. But even in the original, you have and I feel like articulation-wise, on certain mouthpieces, that's hard to do. On this mouthpiece, man, it was crisp and clean. I got exactly the note length I want, really short and detached from one another, but I didn't lose any concept of tone. So I really enjoyed playing that example for you because it's one of my favorite horn solos to play. Now, I have played mouthpieces in the past that were specifically designed for projection, edge, power, whatever you want to call it, focus. But in my experience, those mouthpieces are designed poorly because they're a really, really high baffle, super small chamber. And yes, you get power. And yes, you get projection. And yes, you get edge. And yes, you get all of those things, but you lose the tone and the body of sound. So for me, when I play those mouthpieces, I didn't play well because I felt uncomfortable behind the horn. I didn't like the tone that was coming out. So I thought, as we're wrapping up, I'd read something from a buddy of mine. I sent him some of these playing examples, and he had some great comments, and it's just, he's not just a nobody. He's actually the first call sub for Tower of Power. So whenever one of their sax players can't make it, my buddy is the guy that goes in and nails the gig for them. So he might know what he's talking about a little bit. But his comments to me via text were, seriously, it's a nice, fat, round sound. It's got nice edge to it, but lots of body. So not just my words, not just my opinion, that's another opinion. And I think those of you who are looking for this in a mouthpiece, maybe you love your Otto Link EB, but you wish it had a little more focus, you wish it had a little more projection and power, this is the mouthpiece for you. So until the next video, be well.